There's tension on the surface of student athletics nationwide and right here in Ohio. Fairness and equality are up for a vote. News 5 Sports Director John Doss has the story of a collegiate athlete hoping to break through that tension and start a conversation.
It's simultaneously terrifying and freeing.
When you look at the anatomy of a dive, it is equal parts art form and anguish.
In the moment, it's kind of like, if I mess this up, I might hurt myself.
It's a leap
You want to be as pretty as you can.
that leaves you vulnerable.
I'm actively aware that they're watching me while I'm diving.
But beneath the surface, there's a serenity.
It's hard to explain, but it's a nice feeling.
Lucas Draper has always found comfort in the pool, no matter the sport.
I've been swimming since before I could walk, basically.
But Lucas hasn't always been Lucas.
I'm going to be who I am. I'm not going to keep hiding who I am from the rest of the world.
Born in a different country, under a different name, with a different gender.
Looking back, there were a lot of times where I was like, well, I want to be doing what the boys are doing. I want to be one of the boys.
Out of place inside a body that never felt natural.
I want to be able to do all of the things that the boys do and look like the boys do.
Lucas grappled with decades of doubt. The realization
I think subconsciously, I've always felt like Lucas.
slowly revealing itself, along with a deep fear of the unknown.
You're afraid people aren't going to accept you. You're afraid people are going to no longer want to know you.
Off to compete in college, Lucas carried that baggage across the world.
Beautiful!
From Australia to Oberlin College.
His strength, I think he's found in the people around him and just within himself.
Before finally opening up
Hold on. You're gonna do awesome. Love you.
Love you.
to family,
Okay.
close friends,
Let's go, Lucas.
and transitioning away from being a woman
There have been other transgender athletes, but their journey's not the same as his.
to being one of the boys.
You know, logistically, emotionally, everybody has their own different universe, especially when it comes to that.
And that transition
It is wrong
A scene becoming more common.
came at a time
to teach students that gender is a choice.
and state
As legislators inside move to pass new laws.
of opposition.
As the bills are moving forward,
They are creating a culture of hate.
there is a biological difference.
22 U.S. states have passed bills that limit or ban trans athletes from participating in youth sports within the gender they identify.
Bills for third consideration.
Ohio could be the 23rd.
And so I want to clear up something here.
All this legislative energy
Hearing no objection.
for a limited group of people. In some ways,
There's such a small percentage of us
Lucas
that it's not really making any sort of impact.
is lucky.
I'm the kind of trans that those kind of laws don't necessarily care about.
No perceived advantage, a trans male competing against males.
A lot of trans women are the kind of the punching bag in this situation. And so they're rightfully afraid to speak out and afraid to make noise. I am a part of that community.
So Lucas
Really just up and straight down, okay?
says he'll make the noise
Where you're at is great.
for them
Up on your toes.
by speaking up
Lucas is not a person who's afraid to call people out on
and teaching,
wrong things they're saying.
That was pretty good.
even engaging people in difficult discussions.
Often he'll do it in a way where you can actually foster a conversation that can lead to like understanding and growth.
Growth that Lucas continues to experience too. You feel free now?
I feel like I'm more of the person that I'm supposed to be.
Even as he brings a deeper dialogue to the surface.
I wanted people to see people like me.
In Oberlin,
to see that we exist.
John Doss.
And that we're normal people.
News 5.
Wow, John and Andy, heck of a story. News 5 has been following through on the battle over transgendered athletes in Ohio for more than 3 years now. Lawmakers have introduced a number of bills in that time to limit what teams they can join. The latest, House Bill 68, which the Ohio House passed in June. That bill prompted protest at the State House, too. It would block gender-affirming care for trans youth in the state and also prevent trans male athletes from competing in women's sports at every level. It's now being reviewed by the Senate's Government Oversight Committee. According to the OHSAA, the state's high school sports governing body, only 20 transgendered girls have participated in girls' sports this year. Nearly 340,000 Ohio high school students take part in athletics every year.